Hello everyone, I hope you're well. This is CoinSkin. I'm just going to dive into Bitcoin. I hope you had a really good week, okay? And I hope you have a really good weekend. So right now, Bitcoin is doing really well, isn't it? It's picked up just as anticipated. We did say, in all of his correction just here for Bitcoin, okay, we did say that if I just get rid of this, we did say that so far Bitcoin's not had any key test of resistance above. And if you look in previous blow off tops, you know, when we have a blow off top, your mania phase, euphoria, you know, when you do that, you roll down, you come up, you test resistance, you roll back resistance, you start creating these lower structures, lower high structures, you know. That's your bear market right there. That's your pre-signal, your precursor to a bear market. At the minute, Bitcoin, it's rolled over. It's adhered to key level of support, which I'm going to show you. And I've shown you multiple times, but I will remind you quickly today. And you're holding it, you know, you're looking for continuation. You're getting above all the resistance levels at the moment. You're doing extremely well here for Bitcoin at the moment. So it's looking good. It's looking rosy. And hopefully, you know, we can get the bull run restarted because a lot of things are tying up. We're starting to see some of the early signals in the crypto space of the altcoins breaking out key levels of resistance. Okay, that you need to pay attention to that because I've got altcoins that are already breaking out of all-time highs, and also I've got altcoins that are breaking over the golden ratio and the dead cat bounce scenario, which is good. And also you've got the total market capitalization for crypto, which is creeping up to that dead cat bounce and the golden ratio as well, just there. Okay, so it's all looking good. Like, I mean, look at that. If that gets to close this week above, that's closing higher than that candle there, you're creating higher lows, higher highs. Okay, so it's all good at the moment. We're looking for this reversal, and we're starting to paint the signals for the reversal in the market, because obviously we came down, we consolidated, we held support. We're getting back above these EMAs now, which is so important. Okay, so important. We're holding support for continuation. But, you know, it's not that I'm saying we won't have one more pullback. We do need to see these pullbacks for Bitcoin and crypto, to be honest with you. We do, because what goes up must come down. It works in waveforms. You're fully aware of that. So do anticipate another little pullback to a key level of support before we continue in the uptrend, okay? And that's exactly what Bitcoin is in now. It's in an uptrend. It's being confirmed on the daily and the weekly at the moment. It's looking absolutely beautiful, okay? So, yeah, this is what I wanted to see. This is what I wanted to see in this capitulation here. We came down, we kept hugging this bottom. We wanted to see these tests of resistance above, you know, to give us the bias or the confirmation that we are sort of rolling over and entering a bear market. Don't see that yet, don't anticipate that yet, and that's the truth. But if we do lose these lows and lose key levels of market structure, then I will tell you we are in a bear market. But in a bear market, but so far we are not in a bear market, okay? I want to reassure you of that. We are not in the bear market. So people that are calling for a bear market are noobs, basically, because they don't understand how Bitcoin works and crypto works. You know, they're probably Forex traders or something like that, where the market structures in those, because they're so liquid and less volatile, they don't adhere to normal market structure. I've been in this space for many years now, and, you know, what you think is going to happen doesn't happen. The absolute polar opposite. That's why you have to not be a sheep in the space and fall for the manipulation, the FUD that comes into the space, because here, this potentially is a bear trap, okay? A bear trap is when we roll over, we capitulate, it's going to zero, the bears get wrecked basically because they keep shorting the market, fear and panic sets in, people start to sell, and effectively it's just one big bear trap to accumulate your holdings, okay, and to see you at a loss, because this is how the manipulators make money. Up here, bull trap, bear trap. People thinking we're going to get continuation just here, and obviously any normal chartist, anyone can tell you with a level of common sense that this was going to roll over, and it did, and, you know, full transparency, and that time will come again. You know, even just looking here, you're going to roll over, you're completely overextended from the EMAs, you're coming back for support, potentially, you know, you're looking for that rollover here. And right now with this particular structure here, we rolled over, we came up, we made a lower high, then we came back down, we made a low, and then we came up back and made another lower high. Massive bear market signal right there, okay? And then obviously you found a foundation here, and once you lost that support, there's your bear market, okay? Here is a rollover correction, corrective support held, but then you start to lose this low here. So even that in itself was a precursor. This particular drop there, I would have been saying to you, right, you've created a lower low here, you're potentially looking at a bear market. You know, do with that information what you want, but you are showing massive signs of a bear market just here for Bitcoin. Okay, and that time will come again, trust me. I'm not going to lie to you. When we do start to do that and paint those particular signals for Bitcoin, which hopefully is during this blow off top up here at 200k, which I do anticipate, that's where I'll be giving you the true signals of a bear market. Not here. This is bear market hopium, saying we're in a bear market here, okay? But I do anticipate a pullback, I'll be honest with you, because you do need to see a pullback. You don't want to see this taken off into space, because again, you're going to get completely overextended on all time frames, okay? So right now, enough spiel, I do apologize, but I just want to show you some things, okay? So in this previous bull market, and this is what I mean about market structure, okay? I've always been transparent, market structure. So in the previous bull market, just here, you topped out, you went to the bear market, and you started to create the upcycle. You got your buy and go to the beat signal from CoinsKid, boom, 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 boom. You held support, you had a wick down on the 55 just there, retaining support. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. But along the way, it wasn't easy and it didn't go up in a straight line. It came back to support and held market structure. And in this particular upside here, you ran into the almost the 1618, a little bit shy of it, rolled back, hovered on the 1414 for quite a while, but then you absolutely rolled over again. And at that point, you would have had all these noobs, these noob traders, okay, saying, bear market, bear market, bear market for Bitcoin, and it didn't. It held the 1.272 structural support. You know, it held it like an absolute boss, bounced off it, and that's why you got your blow off top, that mania, that euphoria, you know, which we are expecting here for Bitcoin, because it is showing those future price predictions, okay, based off Elliott Wave theory, Fibonacci, and so much more. Okay, the fundamentals of Bitcoin and the on-chain analytics point to more upside, and it's actually undervalued at the moment, but I won't go into that. If you do want to look at all that, check Willy Woo out on Twitter, okay? Been following the guy for many years. I've been in the markets with him for many, many years. The guy's a genius. But anyway, so right now what I'm going to do is a thought experiment from here, holding this 1.272 before we start to pick up, held support, beautiful structural market support. You can see the ABC correction in a corrective wave just there, and then before getting a continuation in the latter part of 2017 just there, which I remember well. I remember all this. All this. This is why, you know, I'm so good at reading the markets, because I'm not a noob. I've been around for many years in these cycles, and I know how these markets work, okay? And a lot of it is manipulation. So right now, just here, if we go through the same sort of hold as the 1.272, which we've held like a boss, we've absolutely, you know, made a rock solid foundation down here on the 1.272. If we continue to hold this right now on the weekly time frame, and we've actually broken out just there where we've just broken out from the 1.272, this is where you could see a potential another wave up, like we had this wave here, okay, this final fifth wave up, where you got this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Elliott Wave theory in one wave, which was a fifth wave just there. Do you see that? Potentially, if we go through a very, very similar scenario right now, you could be looking at a whopping year end here for Bitcoin, roughly playing out exactly like the previous bull market did, where you sort of see that blow off top, that mania phase, that euphoria for Bitcoin and crypto, where we do go up to these particular levels and overshoot 300k. Now, I've seen a lot of technical analysis point to 300k, and I think I've done a 300k video before with you, so it is a possibility. But personally, my target is obviously the 2.272, which ties it with an Elliott Wave theory, the wave 5 count as well, to a T. So I am expecting to see a 200k Bitcoin in this cycle, okay? But again, I've not got a crystal ball, and if we do start to roll here and we do lose market structure, then yes, bear market. And until that, no bear market here, I'm afraid. So I'll always show you support and resistance, okay? So far, so good. We're adhering to market support, structural support, and there's something else I want to show you as well on the RSI just there, okay? Let me bring up the RSI for you. So you know we've got this particular trend line, which we're adhering to just here. You see this beautiful little trend line. We didn't actually come down to this line, and I know why. I know why we didn't come down to that line, okay? Because this is your structural support of the bull market just there. See that? That's your structural support, because this is your wave 1 low down here. You came back up, you created the bull market just there, okay? The continuation of wave 3 was here in 2019. We started to roll down, we had the correction, we had the wave 2 correction down here. This was your low in my opinion, and the bull run continued. Like I spoke to you about in previous videos, we started to get the bullish cross, the buy and go to the beat signal. We actually got a repel just there, but we came back up, holding support, looking for continuation. We lost it because of the corona dump, okay? So this This is an invalidated low, in my opinion. This is your black swan. Now, people talk about black swans, okay? Black swans are called black swans for a reason. They're unpredictable. You can't predict a black swan. I know there's a delta strain. I do see a lot of comments about Black Swan 2.0, Corona Dump 2.0. It's unforeseeable. You can't predict that, okay? So ignore that. You have to take it off the table of your estimations. It is a possibility and it is a probability. And hopefully, if things start to turn a corner in the news and we start to hear all sorts of stuff, then I'll keep you updated with that and I'll lay down the probability at where we are with the Corona Dump. But at the minute, there's no Corona Dump in sight, is there? So this was a black swan. This invalidated this low here because this is your structural low in the RSI. Now, right now, I want to show you something that Bitcoin is doing, which is absolutely amazing for continuation. Now, in the RSI, on the weekly time frame, there's a particular trend line that for me spells correction and spells bull market. Okay. Now, right now, this particular white line here is a key level of resistance and support in a multi-year bull and bear markets of Bitcoin. And right now, you're above it. You've just broken out above it. Do you see this? Each time you've broken out above it in a corrective wave, look, you've got wave 2 down, wave 3 high, wave 4 down. And right now we're anticipating this wave 5, aren't we? You're getting above a key level of resistance. You've bottomed out down here, okay, in 9 waves. Look at this. How similar to wave 2 is wave 4. And this is what I'm seeing on VeChain and all the projects that I cover. Look, watch this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 waves down to the bottom. In the corrective wave 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 waves down to the bottom. Correction complete, continuation, bull market, Corona Dump. So unless we have another Corona Dump, we are not looking at a whopping correction here for Bitcoin, okay? We're looking at continuation. And right now, it's exactly what Bitcoin's doing. It's showing all the signs of continuation. Now, I do expect you may sort of see one sort of little last dip, but again, not got a crystal ball, but it could be something like this, where you come up just here and you do correct down to this particular trend line. Because we're above it right now. For me, that is mega bullish on the weekly time frame. So if we can now see the week out and close above this particular level of support, previous resistance, back turn into support, this is your wave 3, this is your wave 5, and I'll see you at 200k. So that's basically Bitcoin covered. I'm just going to jump into the 4-hourly time frame right now to see what I can see, okay? So just looking at 4-hourly time frame, this is why you do need to follow me on Twitter, okay? Because I did put this on Twitter yesterday. A couple of days ago, I put this trade on Twitter. So you do need to get on Twitter and get involved, okay? Because I do put live updates on there. It's difficult for me to keep making these live update videos. So I'll make these in the morning and I'll keep looking at the markets. And if I spot little trades, I'll put them on Twitter for you, okay? So right now, you notice this red line here. This was a rising wedge. We broke down. We had a technical target. We came down just shy of it, to be honest with you, because we was retracing, wasn't we, to a level of support, which we shown you in the channel as well. And then with that, we started to form this falling wedge just here. Do you see this falling wedge? A lot of people were thinking that this was a big head and shoulders pattern, but I noticed that it was potentially a falling wedge. And from the falling wedge, obviously, you have a probable break to the upside of 68%. Okay, so once we broke this level of resistance just there, I did say, putting a cheeky long up to this level where you will see that's a technical target for Bitcoin. So that target has been met. That's beautiful. Okay, and obviously I did give the breakout target from here as well. That was a beautiful little short in itself, and then this was a beautiful little long as well, because it's what you do, you shorten the long in the markets. Okay, so do definitely get involved on the Twitter there, and yeah, look, we've got beautiful level of volume coming in as well, so this is really good. We're looking strong, to be honest with you, because what we've done right now for Bitcoin is really strong. I'll be honest with you. Look, there's even a double bottom just here as well. Look at that double bottom. Okay, so that played out as well. I'll always show you what I see. Okay, I won't feed you no bullshit. I'm always going to show you and try and educate you in this space. That played out, target met to absolute dream. But what Bitcoin's doing right now? Okay, yesterday I said this was potentially a bull pennant, didn't I? And I said to you, your breakout target from there to there. When you break out, and look, you've not quite got to that target yet, which is at 44409. So it's on its way. There is also another technical target, which I did also equally post on Twitter. From this low here to that high there, you have a technical target of 46 279, the 1618 Fibonacci extension just there. Okay, so do anticipate that Bitcoin is on its way there. There is a bit of a bearish divergence that's forming on the daily time frame, which I'll show you in a moment, but so far so good. You know, this is beautiful, this is great. Right now you're closing at the moment above the dead cat bounce scenario, which I've shown you, because this is a major level of resistance. Now obviously you're fully aware, if you run into that, you know, and get rejected, there is a probability you can enter that dead cat bounce and a bear market. I've already gone through that with you. Okay, this primary target up here, the 1618, the 0618, the golden ratio is, you know, 47,314. Again, I did post this on Twitter. If you do start to see Bitcoin come up now against this particular level, you're looking at a beautiful reversal wave to the all-time high. Okay, so that's good. It's doing everything it needs to do. Okay, a lot of people think there's potentially is a bull trap, and there is still the probability of that. You know, until we start breaking these levels of resistance above, there is still the probability or possibility, sorry, of a bull trap. So I'll always keep you informed, but it has some beautiful technical targets right now, does Bitcoin. Okay, and it is showing enormous strength. It really is, coupled with the fact that all the altcoins, like I've said to you, they're breaking out key levels of resistance. I've got some altcoins that are even breaking all-time highs, and also they're already breaking the 050 and the golden ratio. Okay, so that's good. The total market cap is breaking out as well, which is also equally good. So, but it doesn't mean we're going to shoot off into space. Okay, if you check the Ethereum video out 3 weeks ago, I says we're going to go to this target, and that's worked out. That was like a 45% trade. These things don't happen overnight. So what I'm going to show you is the technical target that Bitcoin is in right now. Okay, there's lots of technical targets, to be honest with you, for Bitcoin, and I love technical targets. This is what I focus mainly on the channel. Okay, so effectively what we've got here for Bitcoin, obviously you're fully aware, and I told you about, you've got this large falling wedge, and I said to you, you're going to come back up to where you formed the wedge, which is just here. Okay, this was your step 1. If you refer back to the videos, this is your step 2, and this is your step 3. So I said to you 3, 2, 1. Okay, right now you've come up and you've hit level 1. Right now, if you break the 050 and get to our price projection off the impulsive wave, which is forming just here, you're going to get to level 2. But it's not going to go boom, 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 boom like that. It's going to go in waveforms. Okay, retracement, correction, impulsive, retracement, correction, impulsive. That's the way it works. That's the way you need to see it work, because if you do take off into space, that's where you're going to see that mania come in, and that parabolic rise where you get the capitulation. Because like I said to you, by big green candles you get big red dildos and you get effed. So right now Bitcoin's doing really, really well. It's in a couple of technical targets. There is also a massive technical target here that I'm going to show you, okay, for Bitcoin, which I did point out many moons ago. You've got this massive inverse head and shoulders, very, very, very small right shoulder here, because this is how strong the bull market is for Bitcoin. So potentially, you know, from this break just here, right there, you do have a technical target and a break which you've broken out already of this level of resistance just there. So this is where Bitcoin is on its way technically to 62381 technically, okay, which would see you come back up to test where you form the high of this large falling wedge which you've broken out of level of resistance. Look, boom. So, you know, you have a technical target to come back up to that, to the all-time high. So in a minute, it's looking really, really good. Okay, I'm not going to lie to you. It's looking really, really good. So you do have a bit of a bearish divergence on the daily time frame right now. So take a look at that. As you can see in the price action here, this is why you sort of roll in a little bit. You are creating a bit of a bearish divergence, which is healthy. Now we do need to see a key level of support held here for Bitcoin. Okay, so just here you've got these higher highs in the price. Okay, and then just here you've got these lower highs in the RSI, and this contributes to you sort of rolling back to a key level of support right now. Okay, so what would be nice here is to see us rest on this previous high at 42231. But if we do start to fall any lower than that particular level of support, do anticipate that this particular line, this trend line that you've acted as resistance, you do need to see this held as support right here. And I could give you the target of this, but you can see that it's constantly changing. Okay, look, it's constantly changing because it's a descending trend line. So if you do see Bitcoin do something like this and it loses this particular level of support at 42263, roughly that sort of high there, you see that level just there, because that's a swing high, swing low, and when you roll over you need to see swing highs rested on a support for the continuation of a trend. Do you see that? But if you do lose that particular low, high just there, and you start to roll, do anticipate a little roll back to this particular trend line where you'll see a bounce, come back up and form a new impulsive wave, okay? So it's all good. And that impulsive wave in itself, you know, is your target up there, that 46k that I've posted on Twitter. So far, so good. It's doing everything it needs to for the continuation of the bull run, okay? I hope I've been really thorough with you today. It's a very long video. I do apologise. Hope you have a really good Saturday, and I'll be back tomorrow with another update. Take care, everyone. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Bye-bye.